Today, we're going to talk about all the complexities of skin, the conditions that we are trying to target of pigment. Melasma is one of them, anti-aging, acne, and rosacea. We're going to utilize our laser resources and making sure that you understand how to pick which technology to optimize your outcomes. As a provider of aesthetics, I hear concerns about our skin every single day. We have acne, rosacea, pigment, which is melasma, and we have anti-aging. So rapid aging, things that we want to make sure that we're focusing on. Tightening the neck and jawline is a continuous concern that we are running into. And so when I think about how I can support the skin, optimize outcomes, I always think of lasers at the forefront. With the complexities of skin, we really want to make sure that our skin is in its best health. We're preconditioning our clients, making sure that we are controlling sebum and oils in the skin. This is really important to make sure that you're going to get the desired outcomes and not more chaos. I personally know when I had first tried IPL, I had experienced an exacerbation of my melasma that I didn't even know was really there because it was deep in the tissue. And so when I introduced that heat, I had chaos. And so I understand why the confusion and where the concerns of which laser to choose, what technology is best for me, how do I get the outcome that I'm looking for is still something that we need to discuss. Technology is ever evolving, and we have so many options to choose from. Today, we're going to break down what we use here at Powell Studio, as we have multiple options to address multiple concerns. Sometimes we're using a laser individually as one, and sometimes we're stacking multiple modalities to deliver a diverse outcome. We think about our diamond. We want cut, color, clarity. Well, the same with the skin. We want to make sure that we're controlling pigment and color. We want it to be tight and tone, smooth, and make sure that it is concerned and supported on every level. So today we're going to talk about the various lasers that we have here at the office. We are using them at different times of the year, in different order, and for different people, depending on outcomes, depending on downtime availability, depending on how quick you want an outcome. We're going to make a selection of which laser to choose. So we have here at the office the Venus portfolio of lasers. We have a Venus Viva, which is got 10 different modalities attached to it. What we utilize the most on there is our IPL, Intense Pulse Light, which will help with browns and reds. Again, our pigment and our rosaceas are really well controlled and maintained and corrected with our IPL. We have our skin tightening, which is radio frequency. It's heat. And so when we target heat in different areas of the face, jawline, neck, or body, we're able to stimulate collagen, tightening, toning, smoothing, and decrease of fat cells in the appearance. Whether we're using it on the face to tighten, we want to make sure that we're staying at a certain temperature. But if we elevate that temperature a little bit more, we're going to have slimming and removal of fat and decrease of fat cells. We have our Venus Viva. This is something that people usually compare to RF microneedling. We think about creating a little microchannel injury into the skin, but it's done through microcurrents and heat again. So we're all about heat stacking in the office. We want to do it safely and intentionally, not to create more chaos, but to layer our ability to optimize outcomes. So what this Viva is doing is it is a gun stamping the skin that's going to shrink pores. It's going to lighten pigment. It's going to smooth deep lines and wrinkles. It's going to tighten the jawline and smooth the neck. Everyone is coming in right now this time of year saying, I don't feel my best self. My neck is driving me crazy. And when we think about these three different modalities that I've just listed, stacking them together for our Tribella Perfection profile is a dream. We then want to talk about our next device, and that's our Venus Bliss Max. This is our body contouring. We're able to break down fat. We're able to smooth cellulite, contour the body. With all of our weight loss and trends right now of slimming and toning, this has been an excellent resource in the office to make sure that you can get to that next level of outcome, something that you couldn't possibly achieve on your own, no matter how many crunches or push-ups you do. These results are just stubborn. We can deliver muscle stimulation with our Venus Bliss Max and make sure that you are doing 1,000 crunches in a short period of time, toning those abs, making sure the booty is lifted, and tightening the arms and thighs, which is a big concern for many of our clients. We have our Ultra and Spectra. These are 2 Lutronic devices. We're able to, without injury to the skin, without any break in the skin, and with minimal downtime, resurface, lighten, brighten, and tighten the skin. We are able to use this device all year long, which is a big plus, because what happens is I feel like a lot of us work on our skin and create all this improvement from fall to spring, and then we let things go like it's summer. I don't want to be in the sun and have my treatments, but then you're starting over every fall. I want to make sure that we can support you throughout our summer months and make sure that your progress and your investment of time, energy, and money doesn't go to waste, and that you need to invest even bigger, feel like you're under construction and starting over every fall. So our Ultra and Spectra have been excellent for all of those different modalities of tightening, smoothing, lightening, brightening. And then we come in and finalize with our Spectra, which is our charcoal facial that we bake in and blow off with the laser device, allowing for beautiful exfoliation in our event-ready facial that's laser driven. This comes with no downtime and perfects our Ultra. So we pair these 2 together very commonly for a beautiful outcome that's stacked and giving you minimal downtime. CO2 laser is our deep dive. We want correction, we want a lot of correction, and we want it in a short period of time. Although this device will come with a little bit more downtime than some of our other options, the outcomes are brandy new baby skin. So when we're preparing for some of these different modalities, we want to take into consideration what someone's lifestyle is, their confidence of having downtime, how they can prepare and organize the skin to prevent adverse outcomes. When you're having higher heat or you're having a little bit more depth, we're creating a little bit more injury in the skin, but we're also creating a more elevated repair. And so when people say, I don't want any downtime, it's not wrong, but it is going to take you a little bit longer to get to the outcome that you desire, depending on what your starting point is. Sometimes jumping in both feet with our CO2 and creating that optimal correction is going to get you to your prize sooner, which is going to build confidence and make it easier to maintain. Whenever you're starting with any treatment, but laser included, I love to say that we have the rule of 3s. You get about 30% correction with each laser that you're going to complete. And so if you can do a package and a bundle of treatments within your care plan that we've navigated post-consult, you're going to be about 90% improved when you're done with your series of 3. Most of our lasers are going to be done once a month. We want to make sure that we have time for the treatment to take effect. We want to make sure that we give it time for you to enjoy and to optimize its ability to produce our outcomes before we hit the skin again to challenge it even more. Think about this as our pigment is deep. We're trying to bring it to the surface. Sometimes we're just thinking about how we get it off, but pigment is an iceberg. And so we need that series so that we can bring it all up and make sure that we get it all off and get you to long-lasting results, because there isn't some more pigment right under that top layer of skin waiting to come out. I know my melasma is a forever condition, and so maintenance is something that I'm always thinking about. How can I optimize my results with the laser? How can I maintain that? And so we talk about 3 right out of the gate, but maintenance sometimes is quarterly, sometimes it's twice a year. It's going to depend on how you support your skin pre and post laser treatment. We want to make sure that we're using medical grade skincare. Our Zeo Skin Health is outperforming any laser alone, is in a combination of treatment. So you want to make sure that you condition the skin, control your oils, prevent an exacerbation of pigment or inflammaging or downtime. Being inflamed and not having your oils under control will create all of that chaos with a laser. We think about post-care. Well, you think about this. You can't go to the gym and eat terrible. You can't go to the dentist and not brush your teeth. Well, I don't recommend getting a laser and not washing your face and continuously having exfoliation and balancing of pH and control of oil. So that's why we have our post-care anti-aging or brightening or skin normalizing skincare regimens, because we want that to be part of your treatment plan, not a negotiable add-on as an optional. This is going to elevate outcomes and allow them to last longer. I'm trying to protect your investment with these strategies and pathways. And so thinking about laser as a whole, it can be really confusing. I want to make sure that when we break down what your concern is, that we are picking the laser that works best for you. We're thinking about the ability for you to choose based on your downtime, your budget, your goals of having resolve and improvement right away, or being okay with doing things slower and over time. And we want to make sure that you have your ability to maintain appropriately. Technology is ever evolving, and every day I'm presented with an opportunity to buy the next best thing. And so I know why some of our options are more popular. You think about saying Kleenex and tissue. Those ones are trending. They're marketed really well. But what you want to do is make sure that your provider is educating you on what the lasers can do. There's not one that can do it all. And that's why at Powell Studio, we're very often choosing multiple modalities, stacking multiple different treatments, but in 1 to 3 sessions to make sure that we're optimizing your outcomes. It can be really tricky to price shop or to look around, can seem enticing, but you want to make sure that what your goals are being met with what your recommendation that you're receiving is. I saw this recently because I have someone who's saying my neck is really bothering me, and she has pigment and she has fine lines and she's done the work. We've gotten the Sculptra already in, and I know that she's rich of collagen. So with my professional recommendation, I'm always going to go back to my Tribella. That's my combination of IPL. That's my combination of RF radio frequency with skin tightening and our nanofractional Viva. And those 3 stacked together are going to complement multiple areas of heat, which tells the body tighten, smooth, snatch, do all of the things. IPL is going to lighten pigment and get rid of any reds and browns. And our skin tightening is that other source of heat, but relaxing. And when I can give that all in one session, I know I'm going to maximize every single condition and every single outcome and be under promising and over delivering every time. All things in aesthetics require strategy, but especially lasers. We think about different times of the year, different reasons you want a laser. We have events that we want to prepare for. We have sun that we're going to be exposed to, and different things that might consider us needing to reorganize our treatment plan. And so with lasering, we think about laser hair removal. That's something that I haven't yet mentioned. We actually need 8 sessions for our laser hair removal. When's the perfect time to do that? It's not through summer. You're tan, you're in your bikini. We want to make sure that that's a fall treatment, and we're getting that done before the summer and before the spring so you can enjoy all of that. We have so many different devices in the office because we want to make sure that we are having all of our bigger treatments and all of our bigger efforts of recovery and repair in the winter. And so when I think about winter treatments, I am thinking about IPL for intense pulse light, for pigment, and for rosacea and acne. I'm thinking about my CO2, my optimal correction, definitely more downtime, but post-care is so important to implement so that you can prevent elongated downtime or poor healing. We're thinking about our Venus Viva and our skin tightening throughout the winter, making sure that we can maximize results. But all summer long, we're still keeping up, and we're making sure that your Hollywood Spectra and your Ultra Laser tightening, brightening, lightening, smoothing, making sure that that dead skin that settles in the summer post-sunscreen is not hanging around. So when you think about incorporating laser, really do your due diligence of how much time do I need in order for this to optimize my outcome. Is this going to be ready in time for my event? Am I going to get to enjoy this bikini with no shaving for the summer? You want to make sure that you're strategizing your timeline to optimize outcomes. If you've been overwhelmed by laser treatments and navigating concerns of acne, rosacea, pigment, anti-aging, tightening that jawline and neck, but don't know where to start, reach out to Powell Studio to navigate your next best option of laser treatments so that we can navigate those beautiful results together.